Guys, it's the next morning. We're actually going to hunt with Guffy. So yesterday was a true thorough butt kicking for sure on all aspects. So I got the old 20 gauge loaded back up. Maybe that's going to bring us some good juju this morning. We'll go see if he can get on some birds and see if we can get one called in. See if we can shoot one in the face, baby. Guys, we've not heard a bird gobbling yet. We're just working our way out this road right here. We're also not hearing any crows. You can tell it's just beautiful, beautiful woods right through here. Yesterday morning, I'll keep zooming in on me. Yesterday morning I didn't hear a bird until probably 6:50. About 6:30 on the dot right now. Alright guys, change of plans. We had to move over here to Guffy's property on another tract. They were on a couple birds here yesterday. We're up here on top of this hill. We're just listening right now, but we're going to rip a call and see if they gobble. We got a long field that goes that way and that way, and they could be at either end of these, so we don't know exactly where they're at right now. So we're just going to call, see if we get them to answer us back. Alright guys, so we just heard a turkey gobble. So we're going to try to gain some ground. The way these hills lay, sometimes them turkeys can get off down in a hole and it sounds like they're a lot farther than what they are. So we're going to get over here and see if we can gain a little ground on him. We don't think he answered us to the call, but we think that there was a crow lit up over here and that's what he gobbled at. So it might have been that he just couldn't hear us calling. So we get over here to the edge of this field. We'll rip another call down in there to him. We've got the high ground, so we'll see if we can get him to come up here to us. Alright guys, so we got a little bit of a peg on this turkey. He's actually behind us, but we've got the high ground for sure. And it sounds like he's gained a good bit. So we've spun around on this tree. I don't know, I heard it just go. Yeah, it sounded like one putt. It sounded like one putt. It just sounded like a putt and he gobbled at it. So we're going to try to, we're just going to slide up to those poplars right there. I think we can just get one more good peg on him, like a 100%. Because if he's got hands with him, they may be out in front of him. Nothing happened with them birds at Guffy's. Got a phone call from Dad. Dad's been on a couple birds. Last I'd heard from Dad, he could see them. But they were on the opposite ridge and he couldn't get to them without getting busted. So I just got here and I haven't called or anything yet because I really wanting to wait and see if they would gobble. Basically this ridge does like a horseshoe. And on the back side of that horseshoe is where those birds were at. So I should be on the same elevation line with them. I just don't know where they're at, and I don't know where my dad is at. Alright guys, Dad just called. stand. But he said it's on the left side of my deer stand. So I'm gonna follow this ridge and get past this house. See if I can get to him. Alright guys, this bird just gobbled. He's pretty dang close. He is like right at my deer stand. There's no way I can get any closer to him. Alright guys, this turkey moved up the hill. Actually going towards Dad, it sounds like. He's either going towards Dad or he's trying to get the high ground on me, but he can only go so high before he gets into the landowner's yard, which he's not going to do that. So I'm hoping he'll work his way across this edge and want to try to look down here on me. Last time I heard him, he was right in that area there, which is on the same contour line that I'm on now, but he was off down in there. So we just gotta see what this dude wants to do. He don't have that many options. Hello. Hey. Hey. You still see him? Do you still see him? He was going left to right. Alright guys, we were driving down the road, happened to see a bird up against our property line, so we took off running, basically driving, got over here to the property, got down here on the bottom. This bird is across the creek. We just seen him strutting. He's got to cross the creek though. When he crosses the creek, that's on our property. Right now, he's just across the creek. see him. Guys, he crossed the creek. I can't see him though. Guys, oh, we got the trucks pulled off down in here. Finally get this bird out. Oh, what a bottom of the ninth down in the last inning bird. You gotta love it, man. We're driving down the road, we see this bird by himself just out in the middle of a field, and we were literally on our way home. I called Dad and I said, dude, you're not gonna believe what I just seen. Got a briar in my thumb. I said, there's a bird in that field by himself, his head solid red. He wasn't strutting, but his head was solid red. And we tore off down through there, and we yelped a couple times. Never could get him to gobble, never could get him to gobble. And then finally we gained that last like 40 yards where we were right on that brink of
probably pushing that bird, and he gobbled, or we thought he gobbled, and it was actually a bird all the way across the main road, and we thought it was him. We thought he had already crossed the main road and was gone for good, and we had another section of field that we could gain some more ground on him, try to call him back. So as we're walking across this field, he gobbles, and he is directly perpendicular to us in this field. Me and Dad both hit the daggone ground, army crawl over into this, I'm talking just god-awful thick stuff. And as soon as we sat down and look over at Dad, and Dad's eyes are about this big around, and he, you know, I could tell he could see the bird, and he's like, I see him strutting over there. And he sat over there and strutted back and forth across this creek, and there was nothing we could do with him on the other side of that creek. The creek, that property's not us. And man, all of a sudden I could hear, he got real quiet, and I got quiet, and all I did was scratching some leaves a little bit, and I could hear what I thought was Dad scratching in leaves. Well, I turned to my right and look, and Dad is sitting perfectly still, and that's when I could tell, I could hear this bird coming across a creek into this little field. And he come across, and I had some real thick stuff on the left-hand side, and as soon as he crossed, he acted like he wanted to go to the left, like almost he wanted to circle around us. So I gave him a couple more small yelps, and I mean, it was so thick on that left-hand side that I couldn't shoot him. And finally, I got him to turn, and he came right to us about 5 steps, and I had one hole above a little bitty sapling, and he turned that old neck up as high as he could, looking at old briar thicket, trying to figure out where that hen was at. And I figured it was now or never. And old Stoger M3500, baby, put a smack down on his butt. I mean, ran over there, grabbed a hold to him, didn't even start flopping. I mean, it was just dead on impact. But man, that right there is what you want, man. You're good, not even really a game plan, just these are the birds that you gotta take advantage of, where it goes 0 to 100 in a really fast way. And we were blessed to have this right here. Both birds this year came with Dad, which is kind of cool. It seems rare that, you know, the properties we got, we try to spread out and figure out where the birds are gobbling at and get a good game plan together. And sometimes it's rare that we get to sit down and we actually kill a bird together. And, you know, both birds this year being together is actually pretty cool, and something that doesn't happen a lot. So guys, what an absolutely phenomenal way to end my 2022 turkey season here in North Carolina. It has been a brutal, tough season, but we were able to get it done, man. You gotta love it when a plan comes together, and that right there is nothing but just hard work. I mean, we've been hunting since 5 a.m. this morning. I mean, my alarm went off at 4:30, and it's 1:30 right now. So I mean, we've been hard at it all day. You just gotta love it, guys. But that's it for the 2022 season. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry that the videos were not extensive this year. It's just been an absolute tough year. So with that, that's the end of today's episode. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. I am trying to grow this channel to 100,000 subscribers, so every click gets me one step closer. It means the absolute world to me. I'll see you guys on some product reviews, and I'll see some of you guys this next deer season. Thanks for hanging out with me.